In the area of Yellowstone supervolcano, the ground has started to burn. Could this be an accumulation of kinetic heat on Earth before a pole shift? In late June 2024, amateur volcanologists globally were deeply concerned by footage from Wyoming resident Cody Woolard showing significant ground fissures in the area. Roads indicative of surface deformations had shifted in some areas by more than 2 feet. And 2 weeks later, another video has surfaced online. The narrator of the video, whose voice is audible, does not disclose the filming location or date. Social networks operated by their own rules. One person posts and suddenly everyone begins to replicate the claim. 9 times out of 10 it's stated that the footage was captured in Yellowstone just the day before, yet others assert that it was somewhere in Virginia. And that would be worse, of course. Now, indeed, the video's location is not critically important. Furthermore, if it isn't indeed Virginia, then the situation is significantly more concerning. The video depicts a natural cave ablaze where either a coal seam is exposed or the tree roots on the hillside have transformed into something resembling a coal seam. The image depicts an English-speaking country with a prominent hill or rock, inside which something is ablaze. Since peat, which is dried swamp, is not present in rocks, it raises the question, what ignited? What was the source of the fire? If the location is Yellowstone, as suggested, it could mean that magma has surfaced and ignited the coal. However, if the setting is not a caldera, but rather Virginia, or perhaps a forest in Canada, it indicates intriguing geological phenomena where coal seams spontaneously combust. Should this phenomenon become widespread, coal seams worldwide might start emitting smoke, similar to peat bogs in the summer, potentially leading to the depletion of water in areas overlying coal seams. Movements preceding the pole shift. Readers are familiar with Edgar Cayce, the Sleeping Prophet. Many have encountered paraphrases of his writings, and some have delved into fragments, but only a handful have read all of his prophecies in their entirety. Naturally, not all his works are accessible, but by their very nature, they are extensive. However, it's possible to attempt such a reading. Those who have undertaken this task have shared fascinating insights. Now, firstly, the brief overview of the theory. In the mid-19th century, French mathematician Louis Poisson published a work on theoretical mechanics, differential geometry, and other complex topics. It's said that in this work, which we have not read, he first explored the theory of rotating bodies akin to bullets with an off-center center of gravity. These objects can rotate unpredictably with potential shifts in their rotation axis at any moment. Yet even Poisson did not tackle a more challenging issue, the scenario where a body's center of mass is not only offset from its geometric center, but also moves within the body similar to a yolk within an egg. The rotational effects of such a body can be quite fascinating, including phenomena like kinetic heat. To put it simply, kinetic heat might be likened to what happens when a spinning wheel turns on a rusty bearing. Eventually the wheel halts and the bearing warms up due to its kinetic heat. In a larger context, such as the Earth's rotation, a discrepancy in the rotational speeds of the core and the mantle could result in the generation of kinetic heat within the system. Cayce discussed it in the following manner. Kinetic heat, like the tip of a spear, like a flame, expands and touches the axis rotation of the gyroscope of the Earth. It destroys mountains, cities, towns, and villages, burning their inhabitants. Seas, rivers, and clouds burst out, overflowing and engulfing homes and people in numbers too great to count. In a more literal sense, The concept of kinetic heat suggests that if the Earth's inner sphere's rotation disperses, they will transform some of their kinetic energy as heat to the planet. Additionally, electrical energy will be present because the Earth functions as a massive dynamo, and this could lead to the random rotational patterns. Consequently, we may observe A. Climate change, often referred to as global warming. B. An increase in volcanic activity. C. Various unusual forms of lightning, such as jets and sprites, as the ionosphere starts to emit a glow akin to that of a Tesla coil. And D. The ignition of coal seams. Simultaneously, we also notice something slightly different. As many recall, Casey identified the eruption of Etna as a major sign of the impending Great Catastrophe. When in 2022, a lava fountain of half a kilometer high erupted from the volcano, it caused widespread concern. It's been 2 years since, and despite several smaller eruptions, the world has not ended, yet the anticipated event did not occur. There was no magnitude 5 association with ground uplift in the flagrant fields. Well, there is. We have very big earthquakes around the Santorini area, and just 2 days ago there was a 4.3 in the flagrant fields. Basically, it was at Mount Vesuvius, which is not far from the supervolcano of the flagrant fields. Nor was there any uplift in the Southern Ocean, which Casey had mentioned as a forthcoming sign of the Earth's upheaval. Considering the current situation, we believe there is no immediate cause for concern regarding the pole shift. The kinetic heat is currently being discharged. This will lead to significant warming until half of the planet resembles a smoldering slag heap. It's only after this point that a dramatic event will occur. This is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments about this. Thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.